If someone is not including dairy in their diet, what should they be conscious of with regards to the replacements? And if someone is consuming dairy, what types and how much per day roughly would you recommend?
Yeah, I think if someone's not consuming dairy at all, then I think that, protein, calcium, vitamin D, and then potentially things like phosphorus. I doubt that's going to be an issue on a plant exclusive diet. But protein, calcium, and vitamin D would be where you'd really want to be making up and making sure that there is nutritional adequacy in the diet. And again, that can be easily achieved with things like soy milk and other soy food produce, and obviously supplemental vitamin D and otherwise. So it's not a shortfall that is particularly difficult to overcome, but it is one that does require some consideration in terms of the diet.
Mm-hmm.
And then for someone that does consume dairy, I think if we really parse the research overall, where we're seeing a benefit is with dairy produce that is primarily of the fermented variety, whether that's yogurt, cheese, and indeed kefir, which is kind of a halfway house between yogurt and milk. Milk seems like kind of neutral overall, but depending on someone's health status and background total dairy intake and saturated fat content, they might want to think about maybe adopting a lower fat dairy, particularly if they did consume other animal forms of saturated fat. But I think overall we could say that the contribution of foods like fermented yogurts, dairy, and things like kefir in population diets that have lower overall background saturated fat intake and wider healthful characteristics is something that is not going to be a concern for their health, and indeed may benefit across a range of outcomes.